all, welcome back to Ashley Rants. I'm Ash and I'm going to be ranting today. Before we get started, I do want to do a quick disclaimer. Even though my people hate it when I do disclaimers because I do a disclaimer on everything I say. I don't want to offend anybody or anything, but this is not an offense type of situation. I want to do a quick disclaimer. Just I know I did a short thing. I'm working on a final destination video for you guys. I do not. I am still in. It's still in the works, basically. I'm very happy with it. It's just that I was almost done with it. It ended up being a longer video than I anticipated, and I was almost done with it, and then my voice just went out. So and y'all know I'm a talker, so it was about an hour and a half, but I was doing reviewing all 5 movies. So I got to do the last part of it. I was on no, 6 movies. I was on the last movie, Bloodlines, and then my voice just was and I know you couldn't hear me when I just said that. So I was like this, and you couldn't hear me. So it was, and then after 30 minutes, I was back good. So I got to do the second part of that. It's just a lot has been going on. Um, so it's just a lot has been going on. Which brings me to this video today. I'm in I'm employed, unemployed. And I need to get this out. I need to release this from my soul. Cause I'm frustrated, and I go from being very much okay to being just angry, to being frustrated, to being sad, to being happy. It's just an emotional, very much Vivian Green emotional roller coaster. It's not cute. I it's not cute. And then I thought I was dealing, but apparently I was not dealing with everything emotionally. I was just sort of patting it down, and yesterday the floodgates opened. So I'm not gonna say the name of the company I work for because I'm not trying to get in trouble because I'm still technically employed. And I'm trying to remain employed, but it feels like a scam. It all feels like a scam. So I'm sorry. All right, let's talk about it. On 4/25, I used my PTO that I had at my job for because I had a migraine. I couldn't move out of bed. And I've previously discussed the struggles of living with a migraine. That severe migraine pretty much lasted for 8 days. I didn't return to work. And every day I just used my PTO. But I didn't return to work until 5/5. Um, it was rough. It was a very rough time. Like every day I'm just in bed and I'm like, I'm going through the feeling of I'm being lazy, just get up and work. And I then me coming to realization I'm not being lazy. It's just I can't function. And then it was, it's just, every day I would call, every night I would be like, okay, I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm going to work tomorrow. Every morning I would call in and be like, yeah, I need a personal day, or yeah, I'm sick today, or yeah, I have a migraine. Every day I didn't say I was sick, but every day it's it's my PTO, it's my bank of time that all comes, sick time, personal time, vacation time, all comes from that same bank. So I didn't think anything of it. And my job is weird. And this is why I could say it feels like a scam. There's not a policy, attendance policy written down that anybody can point me to. Nowhere. I've searched, I've researched. It's not there. And I've talked to my supervisor about this previously, thinking, okay, maybe it's not one now, but if I say something to you, you can talk to the powers that be, and it can be one later. I've been talking for over a year. I've been talking to her about this. They're making this up as they go. I swear they are. I promise you. I promise you. They are making this up as it goes on everything I love. Okay. So I finally get better probably midday Saturday. The Saturday before the 5th, which I think is the 3rd. Midday through Saturday. I'm probably if I feel it lifting. So I'm sort of recuperating from the exhaustion that came along with having that long of a migraine. On that for the rest of that Saturday and that Sunday. Now I happily go into work on Monday. Happily. Like I don't like working at a call center. It drains me. It 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 drains me. But I was very enthusiastic. I like hopped out of bed. I'm like, I'm healthy today. I had my coffee. I had made myself a nice breakfast and made me an omelet. Like I had energy. I was about that business. Came into work, started bopping. And then about halfway through my shift, my supervisor hits me up on Teams. And it's like, hey, we need to their workforce management is telling me we need to return to work paperwork in order for you to return to work. I'm like, every day when I called off, I didn't say it was due to me being sick, but I know my doctor is mad cool, so I said, okay, I can hit my doctor up for that paperwork real quick. It should be a non-issue getting that. And then I contacted them. It took me about 30 minutes to do everything I need to do with them. And then I reached back out to my supervisor and said, hey, put in a request for that paperwork. It says, because I did it through my chart. If you know what that is, it's the app through the network, through the doctor's office. So you chat with them that way. But generally, the system says that it can take 3 business days for them to respond back, but generally it doesn't take them that long, so I'll keep you abreast of what's going on. She said, cool. And I'll hop back on the phone to start working again. About an hour later, they said that I needed to also file a claim of leave of absence for that time. I'm like, again, even though my whole time being off, it was due to me being sick, I just used my PTO time. So why am I having to do a leave of absence? It makes no sense to me. It's my personal bank that I am able to use for me when I feel needed. So even if I want to go to Disney, to me, if I want to go to Disney World for a week and I had PTO in my bank and I just want to take that hit, then I can do that, right? So I need to get some more chapstick. So, but I'm like, okay, who do I contact? And I contacted the powers that be to do. I have so many gray hairs. It be looking like lint, but it's not. Okay, focus. I contacted Absence One. That's the team that handles all leave of absence claims, and I open up a claim and get them all the information that they needed. And I hit hop back. That took about 30 minutes to an hour, about 30 minutes. And then I hop back on the phones and hit my supervisor up like, hey, got the ball rolling on that. So we're good. I'll keep you abreast on the process for that. Then about an hour later, I get a message saying, hey, you're not allowed to work until we get the paperwork back. But I've been working. So how does that work? Because if I wasn't allowed to work and I have to do a leave of absence and my return to work was today because I was better today, but then I don't move forward going to work, it is this going to penalize me? Is this taking from my PTO? How does this look like? What is the experience here in this situation? I don't get it. So I never really got a straight answer. All I know is they sent over paperwork and after they get the notification, could take up to 48 business hours for the information to update in the system, and then I'll be able to come back to work. So in my head, I'm gonna be back to work no later than Thursday, because 48 business hours, they sent over the paperwork, they need time to fill out the paperwork, send it back. They should have it back by, it's quick paperwork just saying, hey, she was sick, she's better, she can work. They should be able to get that done by Tuesday, and then 48 business hours is Thursday. In my head, that's what's happening. Mind you, I said this happened on May the 5th. I, I finally came back to work yesterday. A couple days here and there. It worked out in a way, because there were some days I couldn't move out the bed because of migraines. Um, but overall, I've been healthy. Like, I've been healthy as Ashley can be. Uh, so, and then sidebar, there's a weird situation with my job where there's not a freaking phone number for me to reach out to my supervisor. They do everything via chat on Teams, email. It's all remote. So I'm like, I can't even figure out, like, is there a process I need to be doing in addition to what I've already done? Because right now there's a hurry up and wait situation, because I don't have access to my systems anymore. Excuse me. So I finally came back to work yesterday, which was the 26th, May the 26th. And this whole time off, I have not been getting a paycheck. I have not been getting a paycheck. I am I am broke. Broke. So I finally get a call. I finally um, work out the issues with the paperwork between my doctor's office, which is amazing. As soon as they got the information that they needed, they submitted same day. And the guy who's I'm working with directly, he's just on it. I love him. It's a company called And Health. And that's where my migraine specialist is from. I keep telling everybody that they are amazing. And the fact that and just randomly will tell people And Health is the junk, that tells you how amazing they are. Because I don't brag on doctors. I don't brag on doctors or doctors' offices, because it all feels very clinical. But they're amazing. But the issue is that absence one, the people who handle leave of absence for my job, they don't communicate with anything. So you got the return to work paperwork for yesterday, and then I go into punching in my systems, and none of my systems are loading. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm locked out. You've been gone for a month, basically. That tracks. I wasn't even tripping. So I call IT, say, hey, been out for leave of absence for a month. Just need you to unlock me. They got the paperwork saying return to work day was yesterday. So I'm good to go. Cool. They unlock me, still can't get in. It's like, oh, they have a new feature where even after we unlock you on our end for because your time is expired, you've been locked out that way, HR has to then unlock you. I'm like, okay, cool. They transfer me to HR. When they transfer me to HR, there's an outgoing message saying, hey, we are closed for the New Year holiday. We will open up on Thursday, January the 2nd. Have a great New Year. I recognize now that they were just closed for Memorial Day, but it felt like stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff, and everything I can deal with. Everything that was happening, I could deal with. But it just was so much. And I don't know what the straw was that broke the camel's back, but that back is broken. That camel is in traction. It is, it I broke because, and during all of this, I'm sending emails to my supervisor and I'm not getting a response. Like, and I'm very detailed. You ever send somebody a text message, like a boyfriend or something? Because it's notorious when it comes with dudes. You'll send a whole paragraph about this long of stuff that's going on, and they will respond to one line in that whole thing and act like the rest of the message didn't exist. That's what my supervisor does. So I'm very detailed in my message. Like, hey, I punched in on time. I called our call off line to report the system issues that I'm having. But what's going on in this moment is I can't access my systems, and I have to wait. I have to reach out to HR to have them release some things or unlock some things. Is there some, what can I do in the meantime, in the in between time? Because I'm on the clock, I'm ready and able to work. I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything. I don't. Like, dead air. You're paying me dust. I don't hear anything. And all night, and I know pretty much what time she comes in, unless something has changed in the past month. I pretty much know what time she comes in, what time she leaves. But all night I'm checking my email and seeing if I got a new message or anything like that. Nothing. So first thing is, this morning I came into work ready and enthusiastic to get this resolved. Right? So contact IT so that they can contact me to the department of HR that they said I need to speak to. Because foolishly yesterday I did not think to get the phone number. Before I contacted IT, I sent a message to my supervisor again, breaking down, hey, I had not heard from you yesterday about this, but I just want to give you an update on where I'm at. I punched in, contacted the call off line. I'm contacting IT now so that they can set me up with the HR team so that they can go ahead and get me unlocked, and then I will let you know what's going on moving forward. It took me about 45 minutes to get through to IT. Probably more, but I think it's about 45 minutes. Once I told them what was going on and asked them to transfer me, but first I did get the phone number. I realized that at this point that the phone number that I needed them to transfer me to is one I somehow already have saved in my phone. It's probably one of those numbers they give you at the top of your, when you first get hired, and you just save it and then you just forget about it. And I think that's pretty much what happened. So they transfer me. I'm thinking it's going to be a direct transfer. It is not. They transfer me to an automated service. I have no clue what button to push. I click the wrong button and I get sent over to absence one again, which I've already spoken to them. So I hang up, call the number back, and that's when I realize it's a number I already have saved. So I wasted time this morning. So call back, finally get through to somebody. This is not a 30-second conversation, I promise you. She says, hey, your team lead, the person that I've already sent the message to, they have to just release you in Workday to work. And then once they update your profile to show that you're no longer on leave of absence, you're clear to work. This would not be an issue if I didn't send her a message yesterday saying what's going on, and she could have hopped in, jumped in, and fixed this then. But she didn't do that. So I get off the phone with them, gear up to send her another message. And right at that point, she sends me, like, the same time, it's the same down to the second. The same time I sent my updated email to her, she replied to the email from this morning, the email from this morning. The email that I added my phone number in because it'll be quicker if we could just talk. you know? But no, we're playing tag this way. So she responds to my message saying from this morning, telling her what was going on so far with, oh, you just contact IT and they would clear this up. IT is the one that told me that they couldn't clear it up. And I put that clearly in the email. Clearly in the email. And the why in the email. So, but I'm sending her a message, email now, because I can't call her, saying, hey, just got off with HR, and HR is saying that you're the one who needs to fix this. I'm ready and willing to work. Just let me know next steps. At this point, I realized that her phone number is attached to the email, your signature that you have. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and call her and get this done because I'm done playing Ring Around the Rosie with my job that I will not name. I'm done playing these games. Call the number. That number is disconnected. And I didn't type the number in wrong because I just copy pasted it from the email to my call out number, my call out feature. So I know it was right. So I wait. And she finally responds. Again, it would be quicker if you would just call me. But she responds via text. And I almost understand. I almost understand why you don't call. Because you want something in writing, you want a track record of the whole situation. I can almost understand that. However, we can have a conversation on the phone, and then you can send me a quick email to summarize the conversation, and then I can be like, yes, that is what happened, or no, that's not what happened, and then that will be or you can just record the call. You can record the call on a cell phone. You can record calls. So you want a record of this? You can get a record. So she responds back on the email saying, hey, so you have to just contact absence one, the people who process my leave of absence, and tell them, hey, we need you to release me in Workday. Now, IT has told me to contact HR, who has told me to contact my team lead, who's told me to contact absence one, who's previously told me to contact IT. If you weren't tracking that, I'm going to do it again. IT told me I needed to contact HR, who told me I needed to contact my supervisor, who told me I needed to contact absence one, who originally told me I needed to contact IT. Say, okay, I'll call them and I'll keep you updated. I called them back, waited for somebody to come to the line because that's what you do. You wait. And I say, hey, I was told I needed to contact you guys back because even though I spoke to you yesterday, even though I spoke to you this morning and cleared all this up, apparently you're the team that is supposed to update this information. They say, yeah, we'll get it updated, which means somebody on your team now didn't do your job when I spoke to you earlier. Because that's part of me saying, hey, I'm returning to work. What do I need to do? So somebody from your team didn't update the information, do their job. They said, yeah, we'll update the information. And we'll then notify your supervisor once everything's unlocked because it's not instantaneous. It can take up to 48 business hours. Which is if you recall, this is the 48 business hours I spoke about before. So there's a chance that I still won't be able to work until Thursday. I have not been paid. I am punched in now, but I'm not doing any work. Not because I don't want to, but because I can't. So I send a message to my supervisor. Hey, how do you want to deal with this? Because right now I am punched in and I'm not able to access my systems, and they tell me that they want you, you will be notified once I'm able to access my systems. Because sending me an email or a text message or phone call saying, hey, you can access your systems now is absurd, apparently. How do you want to approach this? Have not heard back. I want to work. I mean, I don't want to work, but I want to work. I want a paycheck. That my God, today, when I tell you yesterday, the dam broke. The dam broke. And it was the retelling of the story to my family. I was sending a voice clip. And they were pretty much aware of everything up to that moment. So it wasn't a 26-minute voice clip. It was like a 4-minute voice clip. I retelling it, and then at the end, I realized my voice was starting to crack. I'm like, yeah, I need to get off. I need to stop this voice clip because otherwise I'm starting to cry. And I halfway said that joking, and I realized the truth behind that. So I got off. And then my mom called. And everything just came out. And then I didn't, because I know crying can lead to migraines. So I'm like, I don't want to cry. So I wasn't on the phone with my mom for a minute and a half, I don't think. But I'm like, I got to get off here because I can't cry. Because I can't get a migraine. And I can't stop myself if I'm talking about this. So I stopped. I got off the phone with my mom. And I didn't realize my fiance, he was off because of Memorial Day holiday. And he overheard me on the phone with somebody, but he couldn't tell if I was crying or not. So he's waiting until I got off the phone. So I had gathered myself in the office. And then I dried off my face. I'm like, I'm about to G this out. I'm about to be a thug. I'm good. I walked into the bedroom where he was laying down. And he asked me if I was okay. Because it sounded like I was emotional, but he couldn't tell if I was crying. You ever been in an emotional state and somebody asks you what's wrong, and then all of a sudden you can't stop the tears? And this happened with my dad's funeral. I was good. I was good until somebody asked me if I was okay. And I was good until somebody hugged me. Like, I literally told people, don't touch me. And I'm a touchy-feely person. I'm like, don't touch me, because if you touch me, I am going to break down. If you try to comfort me, I am going to break down. And I don't want that. And I'm not a cute crier. I'm not. It's that it's giving that. I'm not. So that's what it was. As soon as she asked me, I was done. I was done. I was done. And like stuff I didn't even realize I was feeling came out. And it was very cleansing to the point where afterwards, like, I'm still mad frustrated with this whole situation. But after the tears and stuff, and I did say I gotta stop crying, and that he had to make me laugh because I had a migraine. I immediately took Ubrelvy. I didn't even contemplate it. I took Ubrelvy. I was good, but it felt the release. The release was real. The release was so real. Um, and then I came in today, and then I was ready to work. And then I got the runaround again. And now I'm waiting on a response that I don't believe is ever going to come. I'm not, I don't know all the way know, if I'm being honest, don't all the way know what the point of this video is. Like, I don't think this is as entertaining of a video that I've previously done. But I feel like I and I feel like in I feel like my job is like fired me, but with don't want to say that they fired me, but they also their equipment is still here. So if you fire me, just say that, and I can go ahead and file for unemployment. Like, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Like, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. That's okay. Free yourself, baby. I promise you, you can free yourself. I'm not gonna be mad. I could do bad all by myself, but I can't make certain moves. I can't make certain moves without y'all. I can file for unemployment. I can easily file for unemployment if I officially become unemployed. What the fudge, man? I promise you, and I'm not trying to be unemployed. I jokingly say I'm going to quit this job or fire me. I don't care. But I don't really mean that. I want to be gainfully employed. But that's a gotcha. I want to be gainfully employed. My job does not pay me a living wage. But that's another rant for another story. But I can't go in on this video the way I want to go in because I am still trying to remain employed. And on the off chance that somebody from my job sees this, I don't want, and even though I didn't say my job's name, I don't want to poke the bear, you know, because there are things I can, there are things I can say, but, and I keep telling people, I'm overwork. I am over it. I am over this particular position, and that's real talk. I'm not saying fire me, but I am saying I am, I'm about this close to being fed up. Not quitting because I don't quit. Because if you quit, you can fire me. Because if you quit, you don't get unemployment, and I need them benefits. But I made a joke with my friend, and it's a joke I pretty much have with everybody I know over a long period of time. I don't know the recipe to the stuff. I just know it got one illegal ingredient and baking soda. I if somebody can hit me to the recipe, I can get a hustle going. I think I can be very, very good at this. But if somebody hit me to the recipe and tell me how do you purchase the illegal thing, because do you just go and say, hey, can I have a illegal thingy? I know in Snowfall, Franklin was able to just like front me a key. I don't know if they front keys anymore. Can I get it on Klarna? Well, Klarna's going down. Afterpay? Is Afterpay still a thing? And see if we can get it on Afterpay. We figured it out. Just somebody give me the recipe. Do we add a little cinnamon in that joint? Some nutmeg or set it off? MSG, make the flavors go. What are we doing? What's the recipe? What's the method? Bake it on 450, 30 minutes. Turn on that broiler, get a little browned. What's the recipe? Do we have to let it sit overnight? What's the recipe? Okay. So I need y'all to like, subscribe, share, and comment with the recipe. With the recipe. so, so I can stop living this ghetto life and live the ghetto fabulous life that I am due. Like, comment, subscribe, and share for me. I thank y'all for dealing with this. I think this rant was more for me. Now, if I do lose the job, it'll be a different video. It'll be a kind of video. But while I still have the job, it's a clean video. It's a very much calm video. I will say I'm in this group on Facebook called, well, I don't want to say the name of the group, but the point is to help Black women get remote jobs. And everybody, if you get a job, you share it, and everybody like praises you and they like root you on, and they'll give you like some real insight on different positions and stuff like that. So I recall clearly when I first got this position back in 2023, I put it in a group and everybody was like, and I asked for, hey, any pointers? Anybody ever work here? Anybody know what's what? Everybody was very much congratulating me, not discouraging me, but they gave it to me raw. And they said it's a lot of it's good, but a lot of it is BS. And that's accurate. Because how do you not have a attendance policy? And that's not the only problem I have. I'm about to do the thing where I go into the other thing and it rolls into a whole different thing. So this is to be continued tentatively if I lose my job officially. This is closed if I remain employed. Regardless, I just hope that they give me a check for the last month because I can't keep doing this. Bye, y'all.